theology of the body think it's only about marriage. But it's much more than just marriage. And in fact, you might not know this, but the first, I would say 1/5, so it's like the first 100 pages out of this 500-page document of our Holy Father, Pope John Paul II, it's about what we could call solitude, which I would submit to you means like the person individually who should learn to be a person who knows how to love. Because we know who we are, we know that we have hearts that have been purified so that we can love. In general, those of you who've never heard about the theology of the body, think about those on the tape. Let me tell you what happened last night. Like this alarm just like went off in the hotel. I thought it was my alarm and it was time to get my talk. So I was like hitting it. I didn't know what was happening, but it was a fire alarm. And it happened about 5 times, I think. And so I think that's kind of a demonstration of what the theology of the body can do. Like we're like awakened from ourselves and like, oh my gosh, what do I do? My life is, different because of this. I need to wake up and live. Although I went back to sleep. Okay, so, but anyway, hopefully you understand my analogy. All analogies fall short. It's very interesting to give a talk to singles because do you know that now in the United States, over 50% of the population is single. And is single through divorce or people wanting to be married, but no one has offered, or that's another talk of mine. Or they're just too young right now, right? But what I want to let you know is the way I envision this singlehood is different from what I've heard, and it's based on Pope John Paul's theology of the body. So I hope this is going to be a fun and good journey. And those of you who want to take notes or whatever, it's online, tobet.org, TOBET.org, so you don't have to frantically take notes. Okay, so the points I want to cover in my talk. Number 1, just this introduction. And then number 2, the human is made for communion. The human is made for communion. Then I'd like to move on to the how, specifically the single lives out the theology of the body. And I would submit to you there are 2 things. And one is what I would say, avoid the void. Avoid the void. And I'll get into that in just a second. And then secondly, how do you avoid the void? And I would say by shuddering, which is kind of a stupid way of thinking about stuff, but you'll see what I mean by that after we cover it. But it's going to have to do with solitude, and then it's going to have to do with being a gift for communion, and then hopefully we'll have enough time to talk about the stages of love according to Pope John Paul's theology of the body.